So what is the single biggest thing that you can implement in your real estate business that is going to have the most dramatic effect on everything you do, right? And it's not going to cost you any more money than what you're already spending now. You're not going to have to spend any more money on marketing or do anything extra. You're going to have to do some extra work. So we can't eliminate the work aspect out of it. But at the end, how could you amplify what you're doing? So I'm not here to try to convince you that direct mail is bad or cold calling is horrible and you should do Facebook ads. You've heard that video from me before, and if you haven't, then if I don't say it here, I'm probably going to say it in the next video anyway, so don't worry, I will remind you of that. And this is coming from a guy that used to do a bunch of direct mail. But we're not gonna beat that horse today, okay? What we're gonna beat the horse today is the importance of sales. By the way, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so you can be notified when the next video comes out. The importance of sales. And you know, for me, I think about sales as the grease, that is the engine oil to make your real estate business work better. Because no matter what you're doing in terms of marketing, if you are doing a ton of marketing for motivated property owners and trying to find some deals, whatever that is that you're doing, I gotta keep on looking there. Just remind me, if you're watching this video and you spot me not looking at that lens, and you gotta remind me, at the end of the day, it is all about human interaction. It is all about your ability to communicate with that other person, in our case, the property owner, to find out. It's not, now when I say, so it's all about sales. I'm not talking about twisting somebody's arm. I'm not talking about sales in the aspect of trying to get somebody to do something that they don't want to do. What I'm talking about is the ability to have a conversation with someone else, that you are building rapport with them. You're getting them to know, like, and trust you. And it doesn't mean that you're going to go and talk about their lake house or, you know, the ice cream parlor that they used to love as a kid, and you know that because you happen to be in the same area. No, that's old school rapport. If somebody says that you should build rapport around commonalities when you are speaking with a prospect, then you need to run, okay, quickly, because that is old school. I don't like old school. I like new school. And so rapport happens really instinctively. How many times have you been in a situation where you met someone for the first time, and after only spending 2 or 3 minutes with them, you say, you know what, I like that guy. That is the guy for me. Maybe you felt that way about me. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But nevertheless, you feel a certain rapport instinctively. So there's a way to engineer that. And I'm not going to get into this video about that. I can recommend you the book from Jordan Belfort, who's the Wolf of Wall Street. I know people have a lot of opinions about that guy, and he did some bad things, but nevertheless, it's like saying, you know, it's like saying surgery is bad because you heard of the serial killer that used to be a surgeon, and he used his surgical prowess to kill people and to cut them up and put them in body bags. You wouldn't say, oh, all surgeons are bad, or, you know, surgery is a bad thing and we have to eliminate that. No, you wouldn't say that. He just used it for the wrong reason. So that's the same thing with Jordan Belfort. He has a book called The Way of the Wolf, I believe that's the name of the book. Talks about the straight line persuasion method. I think you should get that book. So get that book. All right, don't think about it. So, you know, so having a conversation with a prospect is about building rapport, and about having, and then also understanding their situation, what they're trying to accomplish. And then at the same time, then putting yourself in a position where now you can offer a solution to that particular problem. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And then having a dialogue with them that they feel that you're the person to help them. And the way they feel that is not through the words you say. It is subconsciously that they feel that, you know what, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy has my best interest at heart. This guy is speaking to me in a way that makes me feel like they got their crap together. And at the end, they certainly give me a lot more confidence than these other bozos that I spoke with that were stumbling over the words and looked like they just got out of a late night infomercial related to real estate investing. And so in the end, this ability to communicate with prospects. Now, when I'm speaking in generalities, right? Because in the end of the day, if I think about the fundamentals of sales, we talk about a few things, right? Number one is the ability to build rapport. Number two is the ability to really have a conversation and elicit from that person what their wants and their needs are, not to manipulate them, but to be able to really understand what they're looking for so that you can determine if your solution is the best solution for them. It may not be. And you have to be mindful of the fact that you need to be able to walk away from a situation if you feel that you can't help someone. The next part of it is scripts. I'm a firm believer in scripts and dialogues. Now, at the end of the day, yes, there's people that sound natural, but they only sound natural because they've internalized what they have to say. So if you think about a Broadway play where somebody gets up in a Broadway play and they recite the lines and you think, oh my God, they're so amazing when they do their lines because they're putting so much emotion and they're putting so much into it. At the end of the day, the only reason they're able to do that is because they have internalized these lines and they know them like the back of their hand. And so what you've got to do is you've got to have a script and a format that you know like the back of your hand, so that when you're speaking with a prospect, you're not thinking about what do I say next, because if you're thinking about what you're going to say next, you're not going to be listening to what that prospect has to say. And so then internalizing and having scripts and dialogues and having objection handlers that you know right off the bat how you're going to handle that situation enables you to have a deeper conversation with the prospect because you're able to listen more closely. If you are struggling, I have a couple people in my group that the guy by the name of Cris, and he's really doing an amazing job. So Cris, if you're listening to this, you're doing an amazing job because you're continuing to push through. However, I could sense that, and you're getting better because you're doing, but I can sense in this particular client situation that their ability to communicate effectively is hindering their results, and it's making things a little bit harder than they should be. And so I would recommend that you then take and put yourself on a plan of study, of learning, and of practicing, okay, every single day, the art and the science of sales conversations, such that then now you can have the ability to optimize what you're already doing. Because regardless if you're doing cold calling, direct mail, or even Facebook ads, you're paying money for those leads. If you're driving for dollars, you're paying with your time to get those leads. But now you may be squandering those opportunities because of the way you're handling those calls. And that is my message for you today, is that you need to get better at sales. However, it wouldn't help if you did something good and cool like Facebook ads for motivated sellers, which somewhere here and somewhere here. See, I tricked you. I said I wasn't going to mention that, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, that's the message for today. Talk to you later.